This is Peachy here, and today I am making some pizza. I already got my dough ready. I actually forgot to show you guys how I made this dough, so I'll just let you know. It's pretty easy. And I'm gonna add some onions. I just sauteed my onion. I'm gonna saute some pepper and mushroom and put that on there as well. You don't have to. You don't have to saute it, but I do it because it just speeds up the cooking time, because I end up putting that in the oven at 450 degrees for 10 minutes, just as it is, and then I'll take it out and add toppings. That way, you make sure that your dough is cooked all the way through. Because if you put all your toppings on while your dough is still raw like this, your dough might not get cooked all the way, and we're just cooking with a regular oven. We're not using a pizza oven. Let me just tie this up because, guys, I haven't showered yet. My baby did a nap today, so I didn't get a chance to shower. We went outside, we played a lot, but for some reason he's not tired today, so oh well. Anyways, for my dough, I just mix 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast into just a medium-sized bowl, and then put a cup, 1¼ cup of warm water to that, and a teaspoon of sugar. Any kind of sugar works. I even have coconut sugar, you can use that. Or I haven't used maple syrup. I have maple syrup. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure that will work too. So yes, you mix that all together, and well, you just put it all together and let it sit for about 5-10 minutes, and then when the yeast starts to froth up on top of the water, it's ready to add 2 cups of flour into it, and a 1/3 cup of cornmeal. This stuff here. So this, I have yellow corn. It doesn't have to be yellow corn. It could be white. As long as it's cornmeal. I'm just looking for the other name of this. Sometimes the bags, where is it now? Yellow cornmeal. I forgot, sometimes the bags say another name. I can't remember now. Let me check. I'll check my recipe book here. Oh yes, semolina flour is what it says. Or you can use semolina flour or finely ground cornmeal. Okay, so yeah, you can use either of those. And I've already done that. I mixed it all together in the that water mixture that I just told you with the yeast and whatever, and then you let that sit for another 10 to 20 minutes. Usually takes 20 minutes for it to rise. It'll double, sometimes triple in size. At that point, then you can get it. And just what I do is I use a pizza stone. That's what works for me the best. I just oil it. I don't use a rolling pin. I just get the round dough and just like, you know, evenly spread it across with my fingers. You could roll it on the side. I've been making pizza for a long time. I worked for a pizza place for years and mastered the craft. So it's very easy for me to just go by. It's almost instinctual at this point. So what I'm doing right now, what you're hearing is I'm just poking holes in the dough itself. Because when you put dough in a really, really hot, especially if you are using a pizza oven or anything that's really, really hot, I'll show you guys. So basically, it'll bubble up. So to prevent it from bubbling up, you can get a fork. In the pizza making industry, in the pizza restaurants, we have a specific like rolling thing with little spikes, so you just roll it across and it's done. But that's for speed, really. So so that you can do, cook multiple pizzas at the same time. You don't have to put a whole lot of holes because chances are it's not going to bubble, just because, again, we're using a conventional oven, and that's what it looks like now. I already have my sauce made. This is barbecue. Sorry. So barbecue sauce. And what you can do is you can just you can even buy your own like store-bought barbecue sauce, or you could do it like I did. I make mine from scratch, and it's basically a quarter cup of ketchup, a quarter cup of maple syrup, a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of what is that again? So 2 teaspoons of molasses. Mine's organic molasses. It doesn't have to be organic. And then a teaspoon of how do you say this again? Worcestershire sauce, and half a teaspoon of liquid smoke, and it gives it that smoky flavor. And then after you put that, you mix those liquids together. Then you get some smoked paprika, add that in there. About a quarter teaspoon of that. Cayenne, if you want it really spicy, a quarter teaspoon, but I just put like a pinch of that so it's not too spicy. A quarter teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of black pepper, or a little less if you don't want it too spicy. A quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, a quarter teaspoon of onion powder, and ground ginger powder, and a quarter teaspoon of mustard powder. And then you mix that all together and you get this result right here. And one of the first things I remember someone asked me when we went plant-based or vegan is, oh, that's sad, you're gonna miss the barbecue flavor, you're gonna miss the taste of barbecue. What they don't realize is that the taste of barbecue is purely all spices. It's all plants. Like, spices are from plants, right? So that barbecue flavor is plants, purely plants. You don't have to add anything animal to get the flavor of barbecue, right? But you rub this on your meats and whatever to make the meats have that flavor, because naturally the meats wouldn't have that flavor on their own. So that's what barbecue is, for those that are confused about that. Barbecue flavor is just plant-based. It's just a bunch of spices and sauces mixed together to make a flavor, right? Out in nature, there's no such thing as a barbecue flavor, so you wouldn't expect that to come from any animal or anything. Okay, so I'm gonna put my dough in the oven right now for 10 minutes. I'm just gonna show you a little bit, because sometimes seeing is believing. So I put it in there, and then I set my timer. For 10 minutes. Okay. Set my timer for 10 minutes. And while that's going, I'm going to finish up just sauteing my vegetables and stuff, like chopping up vegetables, because, let's bring them over here. Let me move some stuff here and just put you guys over here. Yeah, because, like I said earlier, it reduces the cook time by a lot. So I got some fresh pepper. Where's Peppa Pig? Are you still watching Peppa Pig? Are you come here, baby. Come say hi. Oh, hi, baby. He's hot, so that's why he took his pants off. getting warmer and warmer, isn't it? Somebody did a nap today, so I'm not sure if maybe he's feeling tired now. Did you drink your water? You had your water over here. You want some water? Yeah. There you go. Water. Num 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 num. Where's your daddy? Is he upstairs or something? I thought he was playing with you. Daddy was Daddy. I need to finish cooking, sweetheart. So you can eat. So yes, as I was saying, ignore my shirt. It has a hole in it. I know. Things happen, you know. When you are a busy mom, sometimes you don't realize until you're dressed that you know. You don't realize until you're dressed because you're always rushing. The clothes you have on might have a hole in it. So I'm going to clean all this insides. Every time I open up a vegetable and clean the seeds out, or even a fruit, it gets so sad that we're not going to plant anything this year in our garden because we might be moving. So, because of that possibility, we might be moving this summer. So, chances are we're not going to get time to grow anything to maturity. And I didn't do any, I usually do like green peas and stuff, which can grow earlier in spring, and by now probably I could have been harvesting, or I guess by not now, but early May, June, could have been harvesting it, but I got so busy. It's very hard when you have little kids. When they get older, hopefully I can do more gardening to the degree that I want. Like, I'm the kind of person who, if I have a chance, I will grow everything I eat. Like, no jokes. I will grow everything I eat. I believe in eating fresh, knowing where your food's coming from, and proximity. Having your food come from as close to you as possible, right? And that way it's more nutrient dense, it's healthier. You know exactly what you're getting. And you build a relationship, right? You develop food security for yourself and your family, and you build a relationship with your food. It's not just something you just pick up from a store. You don't know who's touched it, what they've done to it, what energy that person has, and they're putting into your food. So that's just the kind of person I am. I like to be close to my food. I like to be close to my food. Close to my food. I like to be close to my food. I like to be close to my food. I love to be close to my food. And also with young children, you want to teach them that, right? Because for the longest time in human history, we did have those close relationships with the production and preparation of our food. And I feel like that's slowly disappearing. with obviously the mass industrialization, mass production. And sometimes it takes people getting sick, getting seriously, like chronically sick, to be forced to develop that relationship. And I don't want any of my family and the people I love to get to the point where, you know, they're starting to learn this as a reaction to getting sick and losing their health. I just want them to have a good quality of life from start, right? Especially children, give them a good start. One of the most important things we learn, like in early early childhood education, is the early start. Giving kids a good start. A good start. Very important emphasis. A lot of emphasis on that. And I try to do that in every single way possible. From the food we eat, the things we watch, everything. Everything. Because all I can do is my best as a parent. Give them, my absolute best. And that's why I went back to school to do early learning and childcare after my first child was born. Because I was like, I want to give them the best of myself, and I need to give myself more information, because where I grew up, there was a lot of lacking of that information, and a lot of, I think I told you guys before, like kids got spanked a lot, got, hit, like basically severely punished for sometimes just being a child, just simply being a child. And even before I had kids, I was like, I don't want my kids to experience something like that. I want them to be free to be children, to develop well as children. Because I know, like, I spent a long time, a big chunk of my early, like late teens, early adult years, just trying to get over the anxiety caused from my upbringing. So yeah, I don't know why. Like, I came on here to show you guys how I make pizza, and every time I end up just getting into a really, really deep conversation about things. But that's good. I'm not a shallow person. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, there's a reason why my videos, I don't mind if they don't have a lot of viewers. I'm not gonna do certain things to compromise my integrity just to get viewers. Because I do this for the joy of it, I do this because I'm a busy mom. I don't have room or time for a lot of hobbies, and this is something that, as you can see, I can do as I'm still mommying. Like right now, I'm cooking, and I'm doing this live, and I'm telling you guys what's on my mind, right? So it's something that is a lot more flexible for me, and a lot more manageable for me to do, to maintain myself, to maintain myself, and I guess have a platform for my creativity without really taking away a whole lot of time from my children, right? Because truth be told, I would be in this kitchen anyways right now, right? They would be distracted watching whatever they're watching right now to keep them distracted. And I really gotta take the dough out of the oven. Hold up. It's not quite done. I don't know what happened. I think I might have turned the oven off by accident because I set it to 340 degrees and put it in there. But it's just puffed up, but it hasn't quite cooked through. So I'm gonna turn the oven back on. And put it in for another 10 minutes. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see that. Like, it's really puffed up, but it's not quite. It's still very soft to the touch. Like, you want your dough to be doughy, you know, like pizza dough. So yeah, so I'm just cooking up my red bell pepper here. It smells delicious. You don't have to even cook it that long because again, it's gonna go on the pizza and go back in the oven for another 10 minutes. So just lightly saute it. And I'm gonna give you a recommendation for a good oil because I know as people that want to be on the healthy side, a lot of times we end up going for olive oil for cooking. I remember when I started this journey, I was using olive oil for cooking. Olive oil is healthy, but it's best eaten raw. Like if you're making a salad and then you drizzle some olive oil on there, or if you're just lightly cooking something on low heat, or reheating something, but not for proper cooking like what I'm doing right now. So it has a high burning point, and grapeseed oil has a low burning point, and it's still very healthy for you. Don't use canola oil. Go Google it, canola oil, where canola comes from. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but use grapeseed oil. It does have a lower burning point, and you can cook pretty much anything with it. It is a little bit more expensive than, your conventional oils that you buy, but then again, that's usually the price you pay for healthier food that's better for your body. So I'm going to finish chopping up some mushroom here. Chopping up some mushroom, chopping up some mushroom. Chopping up some mushroom, chopping up some mushroom, chopping up some mushroom. I'm gonna chop it up, chop up some mushroom. Sorry guys, I just make up songs. I don't know why. I know a lot of songs, but I choose to make up songs. I'm gonna chop up mushrooms here, 'cause we're gonna have some yummy, yummy pizza today. Yeah, yummy, yummy pizza today. So you can just chop them up to whatever size you like. I like to chop them up really, really small. Like, I don't know, chop them to the size of your mouth. Or, I have little kids that are eating this, so the smaller the better, right? Because the worst thing I find is, I know this is how typically I used to even make pizza when I worked in pizza places. Like sometimes the mushrooms would be like that size, or some of the toppings will be like massive. So when you bite into it, the topping just like drags off the pizza and pulls the cheese off with it. Speaking of cheese, that's the other thing I need to touch on. Speaking of cheese. Speaking of cheese. Da-da-da. Okay, so on low heat, I'm gonna fry up some mushrooms. Mushrooms. Come on, beautiful mushrooms. I love when mushrooms, the smell of mushrooms frying is like the most one of the most beautiful things in the world. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh yeah. I got a clean desire, so I don't have too much work to do later on. I don't want to have. So I'm just gonna make this pizza, and once it's done, I'll show you guys how it looks. I might eat before I shower, or I might just jump in the shower. I'm not sure. But I wanted, oh yes, cheese. I wanted to show you. Oh. So, honey, let me show you. These are two things you can add to your pizza. I mean, you're having pizza anyways. It doesn't have to be super healthy. You could keep it as is. I've done that before too. Keep it as is. With just the vegetables. You don't even have to put cheese on it or anything. But if you just want to put cheese on, because cheese of any kind is awesome. Plant-based cheese is also awesome. This right here is a day out. There's more, a lot. Oh my gosh, there's so many brands coming out of cheese. So much competition, because it just gets better. I think when this started, maybe I would say 10 years ago, when I first went vegan, I didn't stay vegan, but back then there was very few products, and especially like this kind of stuff like cheeses and whatever, it wasn't as readily available, and I don't think there was as many brands on the market, so they were so expensive. But now there's so many brands. Even here in Canada, I'm noticing companies that are popping up with plant-based cheeses, and that's because a lot more people are venturing into the plant-based options. Even if they're not vegan specifically, they're still trying plant-based options for, substitutes for, regular cheese, or sometimes even meats, because it's catching up to people's health, right? It's catching up. People are having heart attacks. People are having all kinds of issues, and it's catching up to them. So a lot of this plant-based stuff is becoming popular, even in mainstream, I'm noticing. And even the plant-based meats are becoming very popular. One is, what's it called again? There's one very popular one. They make these burgers from pea protein, and I kid you not, because I used to eat meat, I know it tastes even better than a beef burger. It tastes, I don't know how, don't ask me how, but it does taste better than a beef burger. And this stuff like this, If you just want to substitute that ground beef, you can. And the advantage for stuff like this is if you are transitioning from eating meats and dairy to eating more vegan diet for health reasons or whatever the case, whatever or maybe, maybe you're concerned about animal cruelty, whatever your reason is. I'm not here to judge. I'm not, I don't care as long as you're doing what's good for you. The good thing is with these kinds of products, I notice it's an easier transition because the biggest change in life for human beings, again, we don't like change, right? We typically don't like change. So the biggest change is up here, psychological. And if you can get things that kind of fill that, I guess, void, because initially you're going to miss the way you used to eat or the way you used to cook. And it's very hard to start cooking differently from the way you're used to. But with stuff like this, you can literally cook the way you used to cook because you're just using the substitute. It just makes it easier, guys. Okay, let's see what's going on with... I might have kept it in a little too long. So that's my pizza dough right there. It's gotten to golden brownish on top, which is fine. I usually like to take it before it gets to that, but I think it's because, like I said, my oven turned off midway and it didn't cook all the way through, so I had to turn the oven back on again and put it back in. So it doesn't really matter because as I showed you before, I already sauteed all the toppings to make the whole cook time quicker. So that's the advantage, that even if, that's really done now, I can literally just put my toppings on and put it back in for 5 minutes and pizza's done in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, guys. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Just add those toppings. Ooh, I need to turn off that button there. What else do I need to turn off? So I'm going to show you how I put my toppings on, hopefully. I don't know where I'm going to put you guys. Let's see. I need to make room here. I need to make some room so I can show you how I put my toppings on. Oh, I need to switch. I hate when that happens. I'm trying to open it and it just tears. Kitchen scissors were invented for a reason. And yes. Can you guys see? Hold on. Let's just do that so you can see the pizza. Again, I got onions, peppers, everything sauteed. Got my ground. You can saute this too, or you could just put it on as is. It doesn't matter because this is already like cooked, right? It just depends how brown, what texture you want it. Like right now it's kind of on the softer side, but if you want it like crunchier, you can do that. And then I need to lay it all. This reminds me of my restaurant days. But then everything was like so fast paced because we were taking so many orders and making like 100 pizzas a minute or something. So basically I just full ladle of my homemade barbecue sauce. And I start in the center. And just spread it out, and you just pour out a little bit at a time as you need it on the pizza. You're hungry? Okay, 5 minutes, pizza will be done. In 5 minutes.
Are you making pizza?
I am making pizza. Yes. You love pizza? So you love pizza, sweetheart? I am making pizza. Yeah, back then it was fast, super fast paced. Like now I can take my time. I can take my time and do it at my own pace. Oh my gosh, back then we used to like, even like making the pizza dough, it was crazy because we ended up going to shows and stuff. Well, I ended up a part of the like special events team for the company I worked for. So they took some of their best pizza makers to special events, you know, like stadiums for games and stuff, or some even concerts and stuff like that. So they used to take us to those events, and we would make pizza for like, oh my gosh, thousands of people. Hey baby, oh my goodness, my baby. What are you doing? You're taking your diaper off. My goodness. What are you doing? Come over here. Where's your daddy? Daddy, I need to finish cooking this baby.
You say cooking a baby?
No, I'm not cooking a baby. That's horrible. I need to finish cooking food for baby. Baby needs help.
If I heard you say cooking baby.
No, I said, baby, come here. Where's your daddy? I need to finish cooking. That's what I said.
I heard you say cooking baby.
Oh, no. Daddy must be upstairs. Say hello. Okay. Go sit down and watch Happy Pig. I'm almost done, guys. I just need 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes.
I'm watching my own baby show.
5 minutes and it will be ready.
Oh, just say that. Baby.
So yeah, I was saying, special events, we would end up making pizzas for thousands of people. It was hectic, but you get used to that rhythm where you're just like, you become playful. And our team specifically, you were really, really good at like, you know, spinning the pizza dough, catching it. Like sometimes you would have like 2-3 people or even 4, and then you spin it across to the next person. They catch yours, you catch theirs. It was fun. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure this was one of the most fun jobs that I had in my life. Obviously not nearly as fun as being a mom to 2 little kids. 2 little boys that keep me on my toes. I'm just running around all day, trying to catch my, I don't know. I was trying to rhyme it there, but I lost the rhyme. I was like, catch my nose? That's not gonna work, is it? Anyways, guys, this is a pretty simple recipe. If you came in later, I'm just making some homemade pizza. Homemade pizza that's really super healthy. Super healthy. And it's so delicious. It's so delicious. Like my whole family prefers this to store-bought. I kid you not. Like when we get store-bought, the few times that we're busy or just want to treat ourselves, it doesn't even work. It doesn't even work as a treat because it's like almost disappointing. We're like, oh, they always say, oh, we wish we had mommy's pizza instead. And I personally actually do like my own pizza better. I like my own pizza better. All right, so what I got there is mushroom, onion, and peppers. If you want to keep it, completely no processed foods, you can leave it just like that. But if you want to make it more fun, like I'm gonna make it, you can add your plant-based ground beef. I usually add about half. Yeah, about half of that. Sprinkle that on. Just try to make it as even. As even as you can. Oh, it's already looking beautiful, guys. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. And then add some cheese on there. So this is plant-based cheddar. There's all kinds now. There's like plant-based Mexican, like a Tex-Mex. There's pretty much everything you would get from like any kind of dairy cheese. And how much do I add? For one pizza, I usually add half of this bag. It's 200 grams. I just add half of that. And I'm telling you guys, woo! That's gonna be delish. Absolutely delicious. Kid you not. This is like one of our favorite plant-based meals. Shove that in there. Whoa! Oh, I didn't even show you what it looks like. I'll just show you what it looks like now, and I'll show you what it looks like again after. Look at that beauty. Of course, you can add more cheese if you like, but oops. There we go. Okay. You can add more cheese if you like. But so 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And it should be done. The cheese is gonna melt nicely. I remember back in the day, that same brand of cheese, Adea, it never used to melt really well because I guess they were just starting out. But now most of the plant-based cheeses, I guarantee you, they just melt on. They do stretch just like regular cheese. And they taste pretty good. They actually taste pretty darn good. You know what? I'm gonna keep this here for now because that's still hot. So that's half of my barbecue sauce that I made from scratch. Again, if you missed the recipe, I did mention what I used to make this at the beginning. You can go back and rewatch this video once I post it. But it stays in the fridge for up to what now? I usually, because I use half, I usually keep that for the next time I make pizza. So let's see here. How long does it stay in the fridge? Okay, so it'll last up to a month. Now that's value for money, right? Because a lot of the ingredients for this are very inexpensive, and you have it for up to a month. Like, oh my gosh, you don't even have to make other pizza, because sometimes we end up just using it as dip for other things or to cook other things with it, because it's so delicious. Barbecue sauce. That barbecue sauce. I love barbecue sauce. Okay, we are almost done here. We got 3 minutes to go on our pizza. 3 minutes. We only got 3 minutes to save the world. So I'll just clean up a little bit while we're waiting. Clean up a little bit. Oh, I want to show you guys. I made this today. It's basically iced tea. It's coming. 2 minutes left. So it's basically iced tea. And it's like a fruit. What's the name of it again? Let me see if I can find the tea. And then I put some fruits in there. And it's delicious. And it's a really, really good substitute. Okay. I'm going to make you with only cheese for you. Just for you, okay? Go sit down, sweetie. Kids always want just cheese pizza. I don't know why. Sometimes I make this one, cinnamon apple, and add some lemon and apple in there, sliced apples, and I just squeeze some lemon juice. But today I have so many teas. All of this is teas because a lot of them are just herbal teas. 1 minute left because kids and juice, guys. The juice is addictive. The sugars, all the added sugars for children. And I just started finding like my youngest one was getting a dependency. He was getting addicted to sugars. And even though we only bought juice once in a while, I mean, sugar is that's the thing with sugar. It's very addictive. It's very, very addictive. So what I do now is we just cut out any juice. We don't buy juice. If he wants a treat, if he wants a drink other than water or his oat milk, he loves oat milk. But if he wants something else like a treat, this is Wild Berry Zinger. So it's a herbal tea, and which means that it's not caffeinated, safe for children. So I just pretty much boil about 3 liters and steep that. Hello, baby. Pizza's done. You hear the timer going? Yeah, and that's what we have for juice. I add some fruits because it just enhances the flavor and just makes it look real pretty. And then I put that in the fridge, and they drink that all day. When it's nice and chilled, I take it out actually and put it on the countertop just like, I don't know if you can see that. Just like this. And the kids just come with their cup and open it up and refill. Drink that all day. Problem solved. Baby, I need you to go to your daddy so I can take this hot pizza out. Wait. Daddy! Can we turn it down a little bit? Sorry, baby. Let me take the pizza. Here, let me take the pizza out. Oh, hey. Oh, mommying. My goodness. Never stops. My husband is sleeping upstairs. He must be really, really tired. Because he's usually out playing with the kids after work. Oh my goodness. There it is. Beautiful Where's my pizza cutter? Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. I remember when I worked at these places, how fast we used to, it was so, I don't think I can do that anymore. We should just go like, seconds, you're done cutting the pizza. I don't think I have that speed anymore. Ugh. But anyway, I'll take my time with this one. I'm gonna do this because, again, the cheese is really stringy, so I don't want it to get pulled. I don't want it to get pulled off the pizza. Oh, my shirt. Sorry, guys. I had my shirt tied up here. And it's coming down. Coming down, coming down. All right, there we go. No, is that halfway? Okay. My fingers don't feel heat anymore. I've been cooking for so long, for so many years. Like, the tips of my fingers are like probably burnt. It's even hard for like to get my fingerprints taken because I barely have fingerprints left. That's what happens when you've been in the cooking world for so long. You can touch hot food straight from the oven. What I'm doing is I'm just using the pizza cutter to loosen that pizza off the stone. It doesn't usually stick this much, but I don't know why today it did get a little bit stuck. Right? Maybe I didn't oil it properly. I don't know. Anywho's, so quartered, now into eighths. Eighths. Yeah. I might actually need to get a spatula and pick that up with a spatula. Which side have I not? Okay. That's right. That's right. Doom, 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 doom. My love has come along. Am I done? Yes, I am done. Okay. So what I do now, I'm gonna get a metal spatula. Just to show you guys the final product, the final results. It doesn't usually stick like this. I don't know. I think it's because of that boo-boo that happened earlier. You know, when I put it in and the oven turned off. And it was cooking on really, really low heat. I'm pretty sure that's why that happened. Because normally, it just picks up real nice and easy off this pizza stone. And it's proper stuck today. Today, the day I decide to do a live about this, that's when it gets proper stuck, eh? Oh well, we know how to roll with the punches, don't we? Yes, we do. This is life. Unexpected things happen. I've made this thousands of times and that's never happened. But obviously the day I want to do a live about it. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys how beautiful that is. Look at that. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. And it's very hot. My fingers can take heat, but my mouth can't. I'm not used to eating hot food. Let me taste that. Mmm. Look at that cheese. Mmm. Mmm. That's delicious. You wouldn't even miss the usual stuff. You wouldn't. Barbecue flavor is on point. That plant-based ground beef. Very nice texture there. And the vegetables are perfectly sauteed. Oh, the flavors are beautiful. Just merging into each other. Wait, I said I wasn't gonna eat. I was gonna shower first. That stringy cheese tastes just like dairy cheese. No word of a lie. I need to stop. I need to stop. I gotta feed my children. But yes, thank you so much for joining us, for joining me today on a Peachy Live. My name again is Peachy. And if you like this video, please like it. Follow this page. I'm also on YouTube. So same name, A Peachy Life. If you like seeing recipes like this, if you want to leave a suggestion for recipes you want me to try, I can do that for you. And yeah, join us again for more fun recipes and just fun life all together. Okay, get some pizza. Ciao.